very least.
Right.
Acida, second in Springfield right now. So very, very talented player. Springfield is quite the region.
Oh, yeah.
as far as Springfield, Missouri, at least. Quite the region to be ranked in. So
yeah.
fantastic stuff coming out from Acida.
Sunsteel, if I look at the stats here, Cloud main, as we can see on the screen right now. But went to, some majors in the past, went to Supernova, actually. Did okay there, right? So, both these players actually not the weakest, right? Sunsteel actually is, I believe, co-main Sephiroth and Cloud, to my knowledge.
Okay.
So we can see some of that coming out, right? Acida already on the back foot here, right?
Yeah, Acida taking a quick 81%, which is rather absurd, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, it's Cloud. You know that he's pretty decent at racking up that damage on his own, right? So I wouldn't be too worried about something like that, right?
Rob, not the lightest either, right?
Yeah, not the lightest, and also Rob just so easy to take a stock, So I wouldn't be too worried about that. A nice little cross slash on the shield, and I love the patience afterwards, right? Knowing that just ripping cross slash on somebody's shield those first 2 hits makes them scared, right? So just immediately pressing shield and holding it, waiting for Acida to pick an option, and then punishing it with an up smash. Fantastic way to start off the set.
Knew Acida was going to get jumpy there. Rob, very likely to jump, right? Has that strong nair, has that strong fair out of shield. That's a pretty fast option. The nair from Rob, I mean, it's so good. I don't know how this matchup is exactly. Local Rob player. Oh my goodness. Acida coming out with throwing the back air into the corner, taking that space up, just absolutely taking away that stock.
Yeah, really, really good stuff coming out from Acida there, able to find a quick stock for himself. Stop the bleeding as well, right? We don't want to take too much extra credit, although it looks like, even as I say that, Sunsteel is very quickly racking up more and more damage against Acida here. So really good stuff coming out from Sunsteel. I love the patience as well, using platform and gyro to kind of apply a lot of pressure. There is that up tilt, able to find, or that down tilt, right? Shielding it, able to find a little bit of alleviation of the pressure. There, Sunsteel is playing just really, really well. It feels like he's very well versed in this matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Cloud is a very popular character as far as I'm familiar with, right? But one of the things I want to point out here, Acida really trying his hardest to get gyro online, gyro in his hands, because he has to first charge the gyro, then spit it out, then pick it up at some point later. So I'm noticing from Sunsteel, very present in the game here. As soon as Acida gets his hands on that gyro, he's playing completely different. Switched up the game plan absolutely instantly, right?
Yeah. And I do want to point out, Sunsteel is from, I believe that was Minnesota. So they've got very strong Rob players there.
Sure,
people like Aaron Baskin. There's also Flats as well. People that Sunsteel has quite a couple of sets on, right? So I do think that is helping a lot in the familiarity of this matchup. But we do have a Rob at 148%, almost max rage. That can be really scary. We have to find a stock here, right? You cannot allow Rob to start snowballing, and there it is. We're able to find our way in with a quick back air, able to secure a stock for ourselves. We're at 132%, so, we got to find a way to make extra credit. What a parry on the back air. That was a brave parry coming out from Acida, or from Sunsteel there.
Both these characters so strong with their back airs. Rob, back air in his own right, but Sunsteel is looking absolutely dominant, showing no fear into this a seeded win of Acida, right? Acida is seeded to win this set, but I mean, from what I can see right now, Sunsteel looks absolutely dominant, absolutely confident in his decisions, picking up the gyro, trying to keep that away from Rob. He's at 160%, and he's playing no different than if he was at 0. He's looking fantastic.
Sunsteel is playing this matchup like textbook perfect right now.
Yes.
Right? Not getting scared of these ledge situations.
That'll do it.
Maybe a little overzealous with the down tilt on the shield, but it doesn't matter. You're able to rack up 54% of extra credit on Acida. You're sitting there doing your absolute best. Really good stuff. We're able to catch no jump, but it doesn't matter. Just in an instant, Acida's able to sneak in a game win for the beginning of the set, and that's a heartbreaker. That's a heartbreaker.
Yeah, that is absolutely a heartbreaker. Rob is a Luigi in wolf's clothing, right? So, I mean, at any given moment, gyro and air because it is strong, down on the ledge, especially with Cloud, with a bit of a weaker recovery in that way, kind of suffering from, dare I say, Smash 4 Cloud syndrome, right? So, Acida able to steal these games away in places that it would not look possible.
Yeah, and I really like that setup, throwing the gyro out there, knowing that Sunsteel likes to jump over gyro, right? Which burns the jump really early, forcing him to either recover high or air dodge back to the ledge. Unfortunately for you, Rob down air is massive, so we're able to
Yeah.
catch that jump to ledge with that down air and just take that stock
Yeah.
criminally early. But
Yeah,
changing up the scenery a
44%
little bit
after
here.
the hit, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Changing up the scenery here, we're at small battlefield, able to widen our horizons a little bit. But ooh, yeah, immediately catch the catch on the gyro, right, with a quick dash attack. Can we find a little bit more? Yeah, there's that up tilt into the up air. Quick 43%. Can we find a little something? Quick check on the shield with the forward air. But here comes Sunsteel, firing out of the corner, trying to find a little bit of something.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those situations where Rob has to make something happen. Rob is going to start off, we're like coming out the gates from the start, showing so much pressure with his grab, down throw, up tilt, I assume, up air, not going to quite find it. Sunsteel, mashing for his life, knows that it could be it.
Yeah, what a mash coming up from Sunsteel. That is an experienced mash right there.
Absolutely.
Right? That's a I lose to Rob 3 times a week kind of mash
right.
on that down throw.
Yeah.
So Sunsteel just textbook definition against this, but getting a little overzealous in the corner, right? We're spamming those back airs on ledge, on shield, knowing just how unsafe that can be against a character like Rob, who has such amazing options, such amazing close range buttons.
Yeah, I mean, Rob with such amazing setup on the corner gets to put the gyro at ledge. Are you going to die from this interaction? Back air off the corner here, fair?
Yeah, goodbye.
Yeah, wow.
Not
almost
enough
looked like he ledge hogged it. It was playing melee, right?
Not
he ledge off the ledge.
Just not enough juice in the tank, right?
I'm sorry.
It's like on that rotor arm, it's like you're not making it back from that.
No
Even if the stock doesn't take the stock, you do not have the recovery for that. And Gyro played a little bit of ping pong for Acida there. Sunsteel having a hard time taking a stock
Go,
on
my
this
son,
game
hold
number
down
2.
the neutral.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-oh, and that's it.
Yeah.
I gotta say, right, Sunsteel looks amazing, right? Sunsteel's playing this neutral so amazingly, doing his absolute best to hold this down. The first game, absolutely dominant. As he said, I'm like gonna win one interaction.
Yeah.
And then make it happen.
Yeah, we're able to find a little something there.
I mean, this is just one of those situations, like I said, you know, Rob is a Luigi in many, many ways. If you're getting caught on a bad space off stage, sorry, gyro, nair, side B, you're dead.
Yeah.
You know, get caught recovering a little bit sloppily, sorry, down air, you're dead, right?
Yeah.
So it's just so hard for
I'm not sure how I feel, and I am resident, like, please get off of PS2, right?
Yeah.
Like that's always my number one thing is that we got to get off PS2.
Right.
But I actually don't know how I feel about getting off PS2 in this situation, because I do feel like, despite the fact that PS2 is a lot more open, it is very clear that Acida feels very comfortable on small battlefield, and that kind of comfortability cannot be understated, right? You never want to let your opponent be as comfortable as they possibly can, right? We have limit online, right? So Sunsteel is starting to feel a little bit more open to moving around here. We're able to find a quick back air, unable to let limit rip, unfortunately, and that tech roll is going to get caught by the massive laser. I love the get up attack on that back air. Like that's some confidence right there, right? That's confidence, knowing that you can do that against the back air, despite just how big it actually is.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be so scared if I'm Cloud literally all of the time, because anytime you have the tech on the stage, literally ever, there is a laser coming straight at you, and you could take 30 from that. And I'm sorry to say, but right now, it is still even. Even though the situation is heavily favored towards Rob in the way that they are, Cloud had limit there before kind of trying to take an attempt there. It's the side B, not going to kill. Obviously, that move is not the strongest at killing, but not gonna. Oh, the patience with Sunsteel.
Oh, yeah, just a little too patient, right?
No,
and that comes with the nerves. That's so scary. That up B isn't gonna spike, right? We're able to keep fighting. Love throwing the gyro onto the stage here to cover our own landing, right? Really good stuff from Acida, but this first stock is going to be very important. Somebody has to take it. There's so many nerves. What a parry, but no punish.
Whoever
There's
gets the first
up
stock
B,
could
but
win
no
the game.
stock.
As I've seen, whoever takes the first stock tends to win these kind of games. The snowball gets out of control, right? But Rob, especially if Sunsteel is not able to get this first stock away, Acida will run away with this game, as we saw last time. Sunsteel able to take the first stock with a nice blade beam at 199% against Rob. That is unheard of.
Yeah, a limit blade beam to catch the landing. What a parry coming out from Sunsteel there. We're starting to feel alive. That last game was a fluke, is what Sunsteel is saying. He's saying, I'm not letting you get this one. There's no way. So we're able to find a parry. We're able to throw these gyros out. And Acida is having a hard time. We've got a Cloud at 208%. Unable to find the stock, but there is that shield poke with the up air. Really good stuff coming out from Acida. Able to stop the bleeding a little bit, right?
Yeah.
No, not too much extra credit, but Sunsteel firing on Onslaught just immediately afterwards. Quick 46%. Playing so patient in the corner. Love that puts shield out of shield, right? That kind of get out of dodge option to avoid any other shield pressure that Rob is really kind of known for.
Yeah, I mean, in this position, I mean, you might just be dead from this rotor arm here, right? Goodbye.
Goodbye.
We can wave to the camera here. Goodbye. Everyone say bye to the fair.
There's the jump. Yeah.
Watch your jump. Get caught with the fair, and it happens. I mean, yeah, like I said, you know, even though Sunsteel is absolutely working his tail off trying to get these openings in these situations, is Acida going to get that? Not quite able to find the conversion off of that, but Sunsteel has to get a kill without taking too much damage here. And then, I mean, that's all there is to it, right?
Yeah.
That could be the game.
Yeah, there is we're able to find a little bit of something. No forward air, right? Really good air dodge coming out from Acida. We're able to find an F-tilt on the landing, right? Now we've got limit fully charged. Can we find something on it, though? Ooh, no, we cannot. Acida finding his way out of there. Love to throw down on the gyro, and I love the idea of the F smash, but not fast enough.
Yeah.
Sunsteel is just not confident on these gyro confirms that he's setting up for himself.
Something that I'm seeing is Sunsteel, even though they're not exactly confident on the gyro confirms, seems to know the Rob matches up pretty well. Like you said, you know, has flats in the region, you know, is playing pretty well, but that back air, able to secure it, 91% on the Cloud for he's down 0-2 right now. This would have to be the last stock.
Hey, this is this could be super scary. Oh, I love the aggressive uppy. I love the aggressive uppy there, right? We have gotten caught by down air twice in a row on these last stock situations, so there's no way we're swinging aggressively out of it. I love that from Sunsteel. Amazing adaptation, but that's not good. That's not enough, right? We need to continue moving, and we're able to tack on a quick 50%. We're able to find a little bit of something. We're making Acida a little nervous. No grab on that amazing cross-up on the back air on shield. Can we find a little bit of something? Sunsteel is currently doing such a good job making Acida actually work so hard for these interactions.
Yeah, I mean, this is so scary for both players. I mean, Cloud can definitely make something happen, you know, with Limit about to come online soon. Up air, you know, finishing touch could secure the stock for Sunsteel, but Acida, this character is just so good at killing you. It does not matter where you are, up tilt kills you, up air will kill you, back air will kill you, gyro anything. The Sunsteel, does it again!
I love
that was so smart.
Yeah, I love pressing cross slash again there. And right here, we see the familiarity that Sunsteel has in this matchup coming into play. We're parrying nairs in really good situations. We're sitting just outside of Acida's burst range, and we're able to not only catch the gyro, but catch it with a dash attack to secure a game for ourselves, stop the bleeding a little bit, not allowing a swift 3-0. Sunsteel is making Acida work for this set.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the things that you just got to be cognizant of. Cloud, what a strong character.
Oh, yes.
Very strong character in his own right. Rob, also a strong character. Both have strengths. I mean, Cloud, more down to play with that neutral situations. You know, Acida more willing to play patient, get his openings, and then it looks like he might be going back to Pokemon Stadium too.
Yeah, I think we'll see here. I mean, we're Smashville. I do not like leaving Smashville open against Rob as Cloud.
Yeah, me either.
Once upon a time, I played against James, and Game 5, I was like, I got this, and then I left Smashville open, and I have a sneaking suspicion that that is going to end very similarly here for Sunsteel.
Unfortunately, that's just how it is, right? Actually, looking at the record, Sunsteel has played a lot against Flats. Unfortunately, is 0-7 against Flats. So we know Flats a very strong player, right? Yeah. But we have to maybe look at some of the head-to-heads against maybe a little bit weaker Rob players to see kind of how much experience he has in that matchup specifically.
Yeah, I mean, like I said when I put it up earlier, like Sunsteel plays against Rob a lot.
Yes.
I mean, that's 7 sets on flats. That's I believe it was 8 sets against Aaron Baskin.
Yes.
So that is a lot of Rob experience. Even if you're not winning those, that experience is invaluable when playing against other Robs.
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of the Rob players will play the same. You know, that's just how it is. Rob has a very strong flowchart. He's going to play to that flowchart, play to those strengths, make sure he's able to get to the openings that he wants in the same way that many other Rob players will. So, you know, having that experience, like you said, especially if you're getting mauled by flats every time you go to the local, you know what the things he's looking for. But the down tilt, down smash, that's like 2018 Rob player right there.
That's a missed tech. We got to be hitting these techs against Robs, right? We cannot be missing techs because they are going to find that jab lock into whatever smash attack they want in order to get that really, really good stuff coming out from Acida as he's able able to continue applying a lot of pressure, sniping the jump from ledge, and oh gosh, Sunsteel is just having such a hard time actually getting out of the corner, and that's kind of the problem on a stage as small as Smashville.
Yeah, especially with that platform in the middle. You know, you would kind of expect that maybe Cloud could use that as like kind of an umbrella against the Nares, but Nair is so big you can kind of fade in from the left and cover the whole space anyways, so it doesn't really matter too much. And Rob, you know, having the umbrella works twofold for him. He can use the up tilt to catch things in the up air or get that kill confirmed, right? You know, maybe do like a rising up air, cover all sorts of space on the tech chase here. So a lot of things can go well for Rob that maybe can't go as well for Cloud.
What a power move from Sunsteel, by the way.
Yeah.
Just like ran up on Acida's shield and just held shield.
Yeah,
like,
not,
it was
right?
like, I dare you to do something. I dare you to do something.
Oh, that's
found ourselves
unfortunate.
mashing out a hit stun, unfortunately, and that's going to seal your fate on stock number 2. We got
We're in a scary spot here. You're in a scary spot.
Yeah, Sunsteel really has to like kind of steal his nerves here and not allow himself to get too scared, right? Because that's really what Robs want, right? We're able to find a quick back air on the ledge, right? None of that, nothing to be too scared of there.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would be scared of these gyro confirms, man, on Smashville.
Whoa, Clank. I mean, this is like one of the things about this matchup specifically. You have to steal your nerves. It's in the name, right?
Yeah.
Sunsteel. So he's got to steal his nerves against his spot. He's standing in the corner, really playing patient here, finding the back air where it matters most. He's doing pretty good right now. He looks like he's kind of brought it back in his head. Okay, I can still win this game. Oh, but the finishing touch, not able to find it. I don't even know if that would have killed. What do you think?
him. That certainly would have killed. The knockback on finishing touch is crazy. And no kill spark. We missed the DI.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, just messing up the DI on the up air. Unfortunately, that's going to be it for